Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your general reading for February 2018. Guys, there are a couple of other readings up your love readings, so check those out. One is for singles, strictly singles, and one is for those of you who are probably going through some form of relationship issues. So let's have a look what's coming in for you guys in February 2018. So Universe Spirit, just show me Libra. What's going to come in? Just generally, a general reading on Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Show me Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in terms of their general lives? Just generally, what can you see? Coming in for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs generally in February 2018. Show me. Alright, so we shuffle the cards, Libra. We're going to split the deck into three like so. 1, 2, 3. We're going to collect this back up. And you're not seeing me this month because I'm really busy. So it's not possible to be on screen. So that's why I'm just showing the cards. So what do I see around you generally? Well, the Three of Wands is in the reverse. So some of you guys, the energies are about... when you get the Three of Wands reversed, often this says that something you've been waiting for isn't coming. Or this represents a delay. Because this card, the premise of this card is that ships are coming in. Sometimes the Three of Wands says that there's no future in a situation. So it might be that some of you guys don't see a future. The energies are, when you get the present situation, it's where the client is focused. It's what might be happening to the client at the moment. Or where the client's focus is, what their thoughts are on, what their focus is on. So for some of you guys, this might be some of you guys don't see a future in a situation. For some of you guys, you might have taken yourself out of a partnership because threes represent partnership and they also represent new beginnings and activation. So the Three of Wands, when this is in the upright, this is all about collaboration and talking to people and getting to know people from afar. It's about communication, long distance communication. This is all about the potential for successful ventures to start to manifest. In the reverse, sometimes this can be a successful venture hasn't manifested or somebody's pulled out of a deal. So some of you guys might focus on deactivating a partnership. Three of Wands, Three of Coins, because Wands and Coins represent work and money. Both, well, this isn't so much money, but the Pentacles incorporates, this is career. Wands can represent career and so can Pentacles represent career, but they have the added thing of money. So both cards are career cards anyway, so they can represent deactivating a partnership or moving yourself, you know, removing yourself from a partnership, a working partnership or an unsuccessful partnership. And for some of you, your ships aren't coming in on a situation. What's your challenge? Okay, so Libra, you're dealing with a King of Swords in the reverse. I don't believe that this is you, even though it's usually an Aquarius, but it can be an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra individual. I believe that why this is not happening is because you're dealing with maybe a fraudster. King of Swords in the reverse is a liar and a fraud and a con man, and he tells a lot of untruths, covering up his tracks, very self-serving character. So you might be dealing with a very unfair... This is a very biased and very unfair individual. In the upright, this is a truth teller. It's the King of Swords because usually he represents like a legal person, a lawyer, a barrister in the tarot. But in the reverse, this can easily be a con man. So you might be dealing with a con man or somebody who's been telling you an untruth with that King of Swords in the reverse. Now, the reason that everything is happening this month is because of the Ten of Wands. So, I think that somebody's concealing something potentially because Ten of Wands can show concealment as well. It's not just about burdens. So it might be burdens, though. There isn't everything, but if it's a burden, then this person is the one that's burdened, because this is your challenge, and this is why you're not getting what you want, Libra. Because somebody's hiding that they're probably hiding something, but they've also probably got a heap load of shit burdens on them, which is probably why they can't deliver. Because you can see the Three of Wands here in the upright, in the reverse, and you're around you in February 2018, Libra. And for me, this is now saying you're not delivering. Something is not being delivered to you. You're not receiving it, and it's because of this. This is the reason why, because it's the foundation. What's underscoring this? Well, it's somebody's hiding something. They're carrying a burden. Somebody might be hiding something. They might also be overdoing it. They've got too much to do, which is why they can't deliver to you. And what's influencing this is a King of Swords reverse. So this is somebody who's not being honest with you. I don't know why this person's carrying this burden. I think that there's a very much a similarity between these two cards. This person doesn't tell you the truth and this person conceals. So I think this person's concealing something. They might be concealing that they've got a lot of stuff. We'll see what they're concealing or hiding or what they're struggling with. In the recent past, the Emperor in the reverse. Okay, you've experienced the Emperor in the reverse. So I think that you've experienced someone that doesn't... I don't think this is you. I think that for some of you guys, if you were trying to build some form of a stable situation, it's not happening with the Emperor in the reverse, because this represents Rome falling. When you get Emperor in the reverse, it represents the ending of governments. You know, overthrowing the government is the Emperor in the reverse. It represents to break away from an establishment is the Emperor in the reverse. It also represents somebody who's very weak. They let the mad people run the asylum. Basically, this person has no authority and there is no structure. So I think that as a result of this, it's been a breaking down of a certain structure with that Emperor in the reverse. Because there's somebody around you who's being who's not telling the truth. They're hiding something from you. And I think that's why you guys aren't delivering something. The best aren't being delivered as something. The best case scenario for February 2018 is the Seven of Cups in the reverse, where you're going to come to reality. And I think that reality will be that you're going to have to make a definitive choice on this situation, Libra. Coming in, what you're going to experience is the Four of Cups in the reverse. You're no longer waiting. You're going to let the whole situation go. Four of Cups in the reverse says there's transition. There is a giving up with the Four of Cups in the reverse. This person contemplates. When it's offered something, it's still contemplated when that cup is in the upright. But in the reverse, it says forget it all, forget everything. This is wiping the slate clean. Let's start again. So you guys are looking to start again around this situation. Right now, you Librans are the lovers. So I think that you have had a disagreement, and I think that you've broken away. You're in a disagreement with someone with that Lovers in the reverse. Because Lovers in the upright is about joint ventures, partnership and agreement. It's about being in sync with another individual. This isn't a love reading, and it's not, you know, lovers can be anything. Lovers can be, you can love your twin sister. I've got a twin sister, we're twins. This is Gemini, the sign of the twins, you know. So my twin sister would be the person that I love the most. Your mother could be the person that you love the most. Your pet rat could be the thing that you love the most. Your job could be the thing that you love the most. The lovers really is just about what you love. But in the reverse, there is a certain separation from what you love. There is a disagreement. There's a divorce here with the lover's energy. And I think that you guys are going through some form of altercation in some form of a partnership with the lover's energy showing here. And as a result of that, the focus is on the Three of Wands. I think that the Three of Wands is that you don't see a future. The energy is that some of you guys are going to be up, because I'm seeing two cards for me that represent deactivating some form of a partnership. And that's Three of Wands in the reverse and the Lovers in the reverse, because I think what's underscoring is that there has been a struggle. And I think that because of this struggle in the recent past, it's been the breaking down of what was a perfectly healthy structure. But some of you guys are dealing with probably a pretty cruel person, actually, this King of Swords in the reverse. And you, as the most likely outcome for February 2018, Libra, will come to reality that you're going to have to make a really important choice, because I think that in the immediate future you guys are going to say, fuck it, I don't want this anymore, I'm just going to let it go, I'm going to give up on it and I'm going to move on. Experience is coming in, influence is coming in. Well, the Eight of Wands is in the reverse, so I think that you guys, this is about a lack of communication. So it's almost like something comes to a standstill here. You might stop sending messages, you might stop communicating with who this person is. You might stop working on a project with the Eight of Wands in the reverse. The hopes are for the King of Pentacles. This could be somebody that you trust. It's better to be around a King of Pentacles than a King of Swords in the reverse. So this could be somebody that you trust and somebody who's reliable. Somebody who's reliable, for example, to work with. Or this is about some form of improvement if it's an energy. And the outcome for February 2018, Libra, is, yeah, Six of Swords. You guys are moving on. Can you see that? Six of Swords is the outcome. I'm not surprised, because the brakes are put on the Eight of Wands. You either stop communicating with whoever, it will be this person, because this is the challenge stroke what's influencing the situation. There's somebody here that you guys aren't getting on with, and it's put a real time. And I think that you're falling out with some of the Lovers in the reverse. I'm seeing separation here. I'm seeing division with the Lovers in the reverse. I think some of you guys are falling out of love with something that you do, or a partnership. It's not a love reading, you already got love readings up. But you are the Lovers in the reverse. You don't feel in sync. Sorry about this. You don't feel in sync with whoever this individual is. I want to see why you guys are the Lovers in the reverse. We'll get some clarifiers on this reading. Why is Libra the Lovers in the reverse? Why is Libra the Lovers in the reverse in February 2018? Why is Libra the Lovers in the reverse in February 2018? Show me. Because of the Queen of Cups. So I think that you guys have had a disagreement with a water sign person, potentially. That's not you, that's somebody else. So I think that you guys have fallen out with that Lovers in the reverse. I think it might be with this is either where you're falling out with a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian individual. There's been a division, a divorce. When I say divorce, I mean some form of, because love is in the reverse is separation. So some of you guys might be going through a separation with a water sign individual. Some of you guys might be separating from a situation because your intuition with that Queen of Cups is telling you that you need to do that, because Queen of Cups is all about intuition. And as a result of that, the focus for the month is on the Three of Wands in the reverse. And why is the energies around Libra the Three of Wands in the reverse? Justice. Okay. So, as a result of that, the focus will be, the energies around you will be Three of Wands in the reverse. So I'm seeing the ending of a partnership here with the Three of Wands in the reverse. It is the ending of a venture with that Three of Wands in the reverse. And it's going to bring a sense of... when you get the Justice card, it's because of the Justice card in the reverse. So I see you guys deactivating a partnership here. I see you guys probably not contacting someone here with this Three of Wands in the reverse. It might be because you're separated from this individual. What's happening is that around you, they're not delivering something to you because they feel that it's been an injustice to them, or you've caused them an injustice, because you are justice. You are actually this card, you're Libra. So you always make fair decisions. So it might be that somebody's not contacting you with that Three of Wands in the reverse because they feel that you have been very unfair, because you're showing us justice in the reverse. So the decision you've made possibly is being considered unfair. So I think that this is why the energies are you guys not receiving something. You're not receiving communication from this individual, or somebody's not delivering or giving you something here because you fell out with them, because they might feel that your decision, your actions have been unjustified. And it's because in your foundation, we have the Ten of Wands. There's been a struggle. What's this struggle about? Okay, so I think that you've been struggling, or you've been blocking out, because I'm seeing the Ten of Wands here. And whenever you get that Ten of Wands, sometimes when it faces the card, it's blocking it out. So I think it's because you've been blocking out somebody advancing towards you. I think that you've rejected someone here. It looks like you've rejected, because the Ten of Wands can easily be a rejection card. If you get the Eight of Wands, say for example, we were to swap those, and you had that, what does that look like to you? This person's trying to fend off attacks. Can you see the Eight of Wands? I found out about this combination when I was working in the offices, and I said, what day would I have today? And it showed me these two cards, and all day people were trying to bitch on me, say nasty things about me, and that was me trying to fend off their nastiness, their nasty energy. So this card here can be where you're trying to fend things off, and you can see that this person's struggling against. They're struggling against the Knight of Wands. Okay, so I think that this Knight of Wands here is the Queen of Cups. I think if this isn't the Queen of Cups, then this is your intuition. You know, you need to separate and divorce yourself from a situation, because it's either you're divorcing yourself, separating yourself from a Queen of Cups. She's not in the reverse. So there's something about the individual you don't like, or you're separating yourself from a situation because your intuition is telling you that. And that's because you're struggling. You might be struggling against somebody who's moving in too fast with that Knight of Wands. You might be struggling with change with the Knight of Wands energy. But you seem to be blocking out this Knight of Wands. You're blocking out some form of a change coming in, or you're blocking out a person. And as a result of that, I feel that you've experienced the Emperor in the reverse. Now, this can be a very angry individual as well. This can be somebody who's quite cruel, like a King of Swords in the reverse. When they don't get what they want, they tend to throw their baby out with the bathwater, stomp their foot like a child, because this person represents a very powerless individual as well. So why are you experiencing the Emperor in the reverse, Libra? Three of Swords in the reverse. So I think that what you're experiencing here is taking down, breaking away from a particular structure, I feel, with that Emperor in the reverse. I think that you are overturning some form of a status quo. So I think that you're releasing yourself from some form of an establishment, or from some form of a structure that somebody else has built up in order to heal, in order to remedy the situation. I see yourself removing yourself from a situation here that you no longer want. But your challenge is the King of Swords in the reverse, and we're going to see why your challenge is the King of Swords in the reverse. Why is Libra's challenge the King of Swords in the reverse? Okay, so I think that your challenge is you've got somebody who's being quite cruel and being quite nasty, and this is it's because you have deactivated the friendship. See here, you're doing this. You're the Lovers in the reverse. You're the one that's calling the shots, I believe, Libra. You're the one that's separating. You've decided to separate. So you've made a decision. Lovers is a decision card. And I think that you've made a decision as well based on the heart. Because Lovers in the upright is all about making head over heart decisions. Lovers in the reverse can mean that you make a heart over a head decision. So I think that you've made a decision based on the heart here and your intuition. I think you've made a decision based on the heart about a Queen of Cups. Okay, and I think it's because this could be a water sign, as I said, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or it could be that you've made a decision based from the heart because your intuition is telling you that you need to do something here. And I think it's because you've been struggling. You might have been struggling with a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries individual, or you're struggling against some form of change or somebody who's coming in too quick. Okay, that you're struggling against, or you're trying to block out some rapid change, or somebody who's moving in too quickly. And I think that as a result of that, what you've done is you've taken apart, brick by brick, and established some form of established situation with that Emperor in the reverse. You might have taken someone's power away, I guess, with that Emperor in the reverse, because you've experienced the Emperor in the reverse. So the Emperor in the reverse is good in a way, because it's showing with this card here, the Three of Swords in the reverse represents a remedy, and it represents to heal a situation. So some of you guys, it might be that what you have done with this, what you've experienced with the Empress in the Emperor in the reverse, is you are this Emperor in the reverse, I feel. And I think that what you've had to do, Libra, is you've experienced having to, but it's all for this. So this isn't anything, this Emperor in the reverse isn't to say, oh, well, I feel powerless now. What it's saying is you've done this to yourself, the Emperor in the reverse. You've decided that you're going to take a step backwards because you need to remedy a situation. So whether that's leaving a job, for example, leaving a high position job, for example. So high position, is an emperor. Emperors are bosses and things like that. But, this is also about stability and structure. So when you get it in the reverse, this is about the deactivation of stability and structure. As I say, governments fall with emperors in the reverse. So what you've done is, I think that you have brick by brick, layer by layer, stripped something away in your life that was once built up to be very strong. But this is in order to heal this yourself, because Three of Swords is a Libra card. So it's in the reverse. So I think that you've stripped away. I think you've taken down the boundaries. You have opened up as this Emperor in the reverse in order to heal. This is what I feel is going on here. You've taken down some form of a boundary here, Libra, in order to heal, in order to remedy the situation, because you don't want this. But somebody's angry with you, this King of Swords in the reverse. Your challenge is you're experiencing cruelty, I feel, from a King of Swords in the reverse, because you deactivated this friendship, because you said, look, we can't do this anymore because it's not good for me. It's not good for you. Whatever the situation is, you're experiencing cruelty from someone who feels upset. This person feels upset, I feel, over this. We're asking, why is your challenge the King of Swords in the reverse? This would be typically a very cruel, a very manipulative, quite abusive individual. And you're experiencing a cruel, possibly toxic individual because you decided to put the kibosh on a partnership. This person doesn't like it. And as a result of that, the energies is that actually this is you, and you feel a sense of injustice here. This is where you are focusing on not taking a situation any further with the Three of Wands in the reverse. You're focusing on either putting an end to contacting someone with that Three of Wands in the reverse, or deactivating the partnership because you feel a sense of injustice with the Justice card in the reverse. This is you. All right, so I think it's not them. I think it's now you, if I read it that way, that feels a sense of injustice. Because this person's not understanding why you've needed to do it. And you're doing it because of this. You don't want to move too fast. You feel that this person's coming in and you're needing to block out the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is somebody who tends to move in really fast and then move out really fast. They tend not to be a particularly stable influence. It might be that what you're doing is you're trying to protect yourself from fleeting experiences, or experiences you don't think have the capacity to go the long haul. It might be that you're rejecting a certain amount of change at the moment. You're not ready for it. I think that if anything, you're not ready for whatever this change is. And that's why you're saying, you know what, actually, I don't think it's the right thing for me to do at the moment. But I think that somebody around you, Libra, doesn't understand your reasons for doing what you're doing. Coming in, so the best case scenario for February 2018, generally, Libra will be the Seven of Cups in the reverse. And we're going to see why the Seven of Cups is reversed here. Well, Nine of Wands in the reverse, it's brilliant. Nine of Wands in the reverse means to take down boundaries, to release anguish, to release nervousness. Because in the upright, this person's always nervous. and they're always worried and they're always on their guard. But this card is really saying, you know what, actually, here you are. The most likely outcome will be the Seven of Cups in the reverse. And it's brilliant because here you see no future. You deactivate the friendship. You stop communicating with a certain person or a certain group of people because you feel a lack of justice. In the justice, you don't feel that this thing is going to bring you any justice. You don't feel that it's going to bring any type of completion to your life in any way, shape or form. You don't even feel that this thing is going to bring you any type of rewards. And I think the most likely outcome from that is that you finally start to see the Seven of Cups in the reverse. You finally start to face up to reality that this is the best way that you're going to release all of this anguish and this nervousness. Because there was anguish and nervousness going on in this situation, which is why you had to release it. Coming in, you will experience the Four of Cups in the reverse. And why will Libra experience the Four of Cups in the reverse? The Tower in the reverse. That's interesting, showing up there. So I think that what happens is that giving up this situation completely with the Four of Cups in the reverse, it's going to give you the space that you need with the Tower in the reverse to kind of sort out and think about what it is that you want. Sorry, that was reversed in that position. Because the Tower in the reverse talks about delaying. It talks about delaying an outcome, delaying the inevitable. But I feel in this reading, it's going to give you the space with that Tower in the reverse that you need to work out exactly what it is that you need to do. Yeah, I think it's going to give you the space with the Tower in the reverse before you need to come out of your shell and move forward with the Knight of Swords in a new direction, I would say. So it's giving you the space that you need before you start to pursue other things with this Knight of Swords in the reverse. Coming in, you will experience the Eight of Wands. So influences coming in are the Eight of Wands in the reverse. And why the influence is coming in the Eight of Wands in the reverse? Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so I feel that you won't have any contact from somebody who's been very bitter and very resentful of what you've done. And that Queen of Swords in the reverse, I would bet, is the King of Swords. So I feel that this is Queen of Cups energy. Libra is actually you. I think it's your intuition that told you to do this. Because you went with your heart. Your heart is your intuition, you see. Your heart isn't your intuition. For me, intuition isn't brain. It's partly brain, but it's mostly heart. Because the heart, when you're not feeling something, when something inside of you says, don't do it, it's just a feeling. Intuition is actually just a feeling that you have. So it's not based on any rhyme or reason. It's just that feeling. It's just like people who say, I got up this morning and I got in the car and I thought, I'm not going to take my usual way to work. My intuition tells me not to do that. And you take a different way to work and you find out that there's been a crash. You could have been involved in a crash. You'd have gone the normal way. So your intuition is really just God's inner voice talking to you. And this is what you guys are experiencing here. You're experiencing the voice of God saying, don't do something here. Your intuition is telling you that you need to sever ties with that Lover's card in terms of a partnership. And I'm not strictly talking about love. You already got love readings up. This could be work, this could be friendship, this could be a family member, it could be anything. But your intuition is telling you, voice is talking, the voice of God is talking in you and it's saying, you know what, you need to let go of something here, Libra. What you are hoping for is King of Pentacles. Why is Libra hoping for the King of Pentacles in, whoopsie daisy. Why is Libra hoping for the King of Pentacles in February 2018? Show me. Nine of Swords. Well, for some of you guys, it might be that you're hoping for somebody who is grounded, helpful. King of Pentacles is often a very helpful person who can take you out of this worry. Because Nine of Swords in reverse means to relieve yourself of worry. Or you're hoping that an improvement, vast improvement is going to come, success is going to come. King of Pentacles is improvement and success in the tarot. That will bring you out of a time of worry with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. The outcome shows you moving on. Six of Swords. You're overcoming these struggles, these obstacles. Let's have a look at why you guys are moving on with the Six of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Okay. I think you're moving on from a very unhealthy... Three of Pentacles in reverse isn't necessarily unhealthy, but you are moving on from a partnership that doesn't work. Three of Coins in the reverse. You're moving on and deactivating a partnership here. You're definitely deactivating a partnership. The Three of Coins is, again, it's in the reverse. Another three in the reverse, deactivation. Okay, you're moving on from a project that doesn't bring in any rewards. You're moving on from a partnership that doesn't have any rewards. You're moving on from something that doesn't have any rewards with the Three of Coins in reverse. Okay. Why is Libra moving on from a partnership that does not bring rewards? Why are they moving on and deactivating this partnership? Because your heart's not in it. There's no rewards. You're moving on from a partnership in which there is no love. You're moving on and deactivating a partnership in which there is no love. There is, when I say love, there's no real, your heart's not in it with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And you're dropping it at that as well. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So there might be something that's quite draining here as well. Ace of Cups is draining. So you guys are moving on and deactivating a partnership that was draining by releasing it, by dropping it. The Two of Pentacles in the reverse. You know? I think that separation, in whatever sphere this means, with that Ten of Coins, is going to bring a fresh start with the Ace of Wands. So you got a fresh start coming up, but you got to leave behind what no longer serves you. And I'm seeing Libra is leaving behind something that doesn't serve them in February 2018. We're going to get this reading again, Librans, okay? You guys here are the lovers in the reverse, all right? So I think that you are not in love with this situation. I think that you are the ones that are deactivating. I'm seeing deactivation in so many cards here. This card here, deactivation. Three of Wands, deactivation. Two of Cups, deactivation. Emperor, deactivation. You know, Four of Cups in the reverse, deactivation. Three of Pentacles. So the reading really comprises of you guys deactivating something in this reading, okay, in February 2018. And you are not in alliance. It might be with a Queen of Cups. All right, it might be that you don't share a dream with an individual here, but it also might be that this is the voice of God speaking to you, and you guys being the lovers in the reverse are separating yourself, divorcing yourself from a partnership here because your intuition tells you. Okay, I want to see if they can tell us anything about this Queen of Cups. What do you mean by the Queen of Cups? Is it their intuition or is it a person? Show me. Well, I think somebody wants to come back in from the cold. Somebody wants to make friends again. So I think that you're not in agreement with this person who wants to come back in from the cold. Five of Coins in reverse says, I want to come back in for the cold. I want to act. I want to come back in. I want to be friends again. So I think that you guys are saying no with this lover's energy. You are not in agreement. And you have severed ties with a Queen of Cups. Could be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces individual who wants to come in from the cold. They want to be friends again with you. And I feel that as a result, I think that it's because in the foundation you struggled with them. The reason why you've done this is because you were struggling, Libra, Ten of Wands, with this person who was very fleeting. I would say that they were probably a very flaky individual. Because Knight of Wands reversed or in the upright can show us somebody who's really, really flaky. So I think that you guys were struggling with a really flaky individual. And as a result of that, in the recent past, what you've done is you have said, okay, I'll let you go, Emperor in the reverse. Okay, there's no more me trying to put these boundaries up and trying to set these rules and regulations that you need to live by and I need to live by as friends or whatever the situation is. There's no more of that. What I do with the Emperor in the reverse is I say, okay, let's just let it go. Let's let Rome fall. Let's let this little kind of state of ours where we've put up these parameters and said this is what is allowed in the friendship or the relationship and this is not what's allowed in the friendship and the relationship, whatever this situation is, whether it's at work, whatever. You guys, you've experienced the Emperor in the reverse. You might have also experienced that this person has become the Empress in the reverse. They've become quite cruel, quite nasty, because it's their way of coping with the situation. So I actually feel that it's this person, the Emperor in the reverse, I would read as being the Queen of Cups, and this, I think the King of Swords in the reverse and the Queen of Cups are the same person. So Emperor, King of Swords, Queen of Cups are the same person in this reading. All right. I think that as a result of this, you've experienced somebody who's been quite cruel and somebody who's been trying to over-assert themselves. But it's a way for them to try and heal. It's the way for them to try and remedy the situation. So it might be that, in other words, it could be that this person Libra has either been quite cruel with that Emperor energy because they're trying to cope, the Three of Swords, with the situation, or they might have been overly controlling. So they might have been, because you seem to be blocking them out, they might be coming on a little bit stronger because they feel that if they're really persistent with that Emperor in the reverse, they're going to be able to heal the situation. However, the challenge is for you that this person is cruel. Your challenge is this person is quite cruel. And maybe that's why you had to end the friendship or the partnership, because this person was quite cruel as an individual, manipulative, lying, said things in order to manipulate and, you know, what's the word that I'm looking for? And yeah, somebody who would manipulate. I can't get my words out today. But your problem, what's influencing the situation, is that this person was manipulative, and that's what's brought about the Two of Cups in the reverse. It might be that this person was manipulative, and this is a cheating card. Maybe if it's anything to do with love at all, it shouldn't be really, because we've already got love readings up. But it might be your challenge is that this person was manipulative and cheated. Two of Cups in the reverse. It's a cheating card. Or this person was highly manipulative and they were hiding something from you, and that's what brought about the destruction of the relationship. And as a result of that, you guys will be focusing on deactivating this friendship, this partnership, not communicating with this individual, because the Justice in the reverse, you guys feel that you have been treated unfairly by this individual, I feel, and you're not willing to see. The thing is, somebody wants forgiveness here, but I feel that in February 2018, you Librans aren't willing to give the forgiveness to this person, because the energies around you will be, you're not progressing and you're not persisting with communicating with this person, trying to build this relationship up with that Three of Wands in the reverse with this person. You're not interested in that because you feel that you have been treated unfairly, and also probably because you feel that it's not going to bring in any rewards anyway. But you are Justice anyway as a major card, so you probably feel, well, I haven't had my justice. I think I've been treated really unfairly by this individual. So the most likely outcome from this situation will be that you guys finally will feel a sense of clarity, a sense of, you know, you've got a real reality check here. That, you know, by doing this, by streamlining and by making that absolute choice with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, it's going to bring you a sense of relief. So I do feel that you guys are relieved to be getting rid of someone. Now, the immediate future, you guys have completely transitioned and let go of this situation with the Four of Cups in the reverse. So there's nothing that this King of Swords stroke Empress stroke Queen of Cups can do to get you on board. And I think that with the Tower energy, this gives you space. It gives you the space to think about what it is you want to do, where you're going next, because I feel that you are at some point going to start to come out of your shell with that High Priestess in the reverse and start pursuing new things. So this is just really about, you know, that the Tower in the reverse is almost like the High Priestess in the upright. It's giving you your space in this reading, because Tower in the reverse means to delay an action or delay the inevitable. So I think that, you know, by giving up on this situation with this individual Libra, it gives you guys the space. So you're giving up here completely with the Four of Cups in order to have the space with the Tower energy before you're ready to start getting yourself out there and pursuing whatever it is you want to pursue. And I feel that what you're going to get is you'll get no communication from this individual coming in now in February, because this individual is very hurt, they're very upset, and they're very jealous with that Queen of Swords in the reverse, and they're very hateful. They might even really dislike you, because I feel that this was a narcissist, and I think this was somebody. It could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be anyone. It feels like a friend to me. Could be anything. But this person doesn't like the fact that you told them no, and they probably even tried putting the heavy shit on you as a way to try and remedy the situation with you. But you're like, no, you're a cruel bastard. I think you were dealing with somebody who was quite cruel. And I think you said, no, Libra, no way. The Lovers in the reverse. You are emotionally separated from this individual who wants to make a return, who wants forgiveness. This person wants forgiveness. What you would like is loyalty from an individual, because I think that loyalty with this King of Pentacles is going to help you guys overcome some worries that you might be going through with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. But the brilliant thing is you guys move on from an unsuccessful partnership or an unsuccessful relationship here because you didn't receive the love, the care, the nurturing, and you had to drop it. Also, I think that you're moving on from a very unsuccessful partnership because you were feeling emotionally drained and you wanted to relieve yourself. The Two of Coins in the reverse means to relieve yourself. You guys wanted to relieve yourself from an emotionally draining situation. And separating yourself with the Ten of Coins from this situation is going to bring in a new start. So I'm seeing somebody around you guys, Libra, in February 2018 who wants your forgiveness. They're saying, look, come on, but this person is an overly dominant, cruel individual, and they don't like it when they don't get what they want. They don't like it when you say no. They hate it. Because really what the fact that I feel they're showing up as this Emperor in the reverse is really saying, you know, it's really saying exactly what this person is. This Emperor in the reverse and the King of Swords reverse can be very, very similar. They can be overly dominant, overly cruel characters. And this person will use every single bit of control that they think they have over you to try and remedy it. But that's some fucked up dude anyway. It really, really is. Because this is the type of person that says, you know what? If you don't forgive me, I'm going to put a dead rabbit through your letterbox, that type of thing. It's that type. I'm not saying they're going to do that, obviously. But I'm just saying it's that type of character. The very kind of narcissistic, very me, self-serving person who doesn't understand things from anybody else's point of view. I think that you guys have dealt with somebody here who only cares about what they feel and what they think. If they don't want the friendship or the partnership or whatever it is, then they're gone. But as soon as they want it back, they want it back. Fuck you and what you feel and what you think. They want it back. But you are proving this month, and it's got them pissed off because they're not going to contact you. Coming in, influence is coming in, it's no contact. It's a slowing down of communication from a very angry, pissed off, hurt, feeling sorry for myself. Queen of Swords in the reverse, who is in fact this King of Swords in the reverse, Emperor, reverse, and Queen of Cups. Starts off all nice and light, and then you say, oh yeah, and it's the Knight of Wands as well. So this character starts off being, please let me return, and you're like, no. No, I don't want you to return. No, I'm blocking your return. So they come back stronger. Well, you know, what about this? I'll send you 10 bunches of flowers, or I'll buy you 10 bunches. I'm not saying it's love, but you know what I mean. They're trying to remedy it, but they're being overly forceful with the Emperor in the reverse in order to force some form of healing remedy of the situation with the Three of Swords. But your challenge is that their cruelty, and their manipulative, bullshitty ways and their lies with the King of Swords in the reverse brought about the destruction of the friendship. Yeah? So you therefore are like, you know what? The energies around you, I don't see any future in this because I'm not getting my justice. I'm not getting my justice at all. I've been treated too unfairly. Fuck it. You know? And so you say, you know what? Finally, I can breathe. Finally, I'm completely clear on the choice I've made, Seven of Cups in the reverse, and I can breathe again. I don't feel anxious. I don't feel on tenterhooks. Finally, I can feel free. And you say to yourself, right, that's it for me. Four of Cups in the reverse. No more. No more of this because I need time just to breathe. Tower in the reverse before I get myself out there again. High Priestess in the reverse and start pursuing new things. Knight of Swords in reverse. I need to get myself out there and pick my confidence up with the Knight of Swords in reverse. But firstly, I'm just going to have a little bit of downtime. While this person is saying, fuck that bastard. Fuck Libra. I ain't contacting that bastard. Look what I did. Look how they cut me off. That bastard. This is what this King of Swords, Emperor, Knight of Wands. See how they start off nice and then gradually they become nastier through the tarot. They didn't like it. All you want is somebody you can rely on. That's all you want. King of Pentacles should do it. Usually a reliable character in the upright. Can you see how the nasty they become? Start off being the Queen of Cups. Please forgive me. Ooh. Think it looks like they'll forgive me. You're like, no. Then they're like, come on. Come on. I bought you fucking 10 boxes of chocolates. What more do you want to remedy the situation? Yeah, but you're cruel. You're a cruel bastard. And that's why the friendship had to end. Or whatever this is had to end. And then they're like, you bastard. You absolute bastard. Because the Queen of Swords is probably the worst one of the lot. She can be particularly vindictive reversed. She's probably not, this person's probably not contacting you and gossiping about you at the same time with others. You know? But it's good because in the outcome, guys, what you do is this. You move on. Six of Swords. You move on from a very unsuccessful, unbuildable friendship, partnership, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to call it. Because this emotionally draining situation with that Ace of Cups in the reverse, you're just going to drop its ass. You ain't got no time for that. And by separating yourself with the Ten of Coins, by understanding that this relationship, this situation is highly flawed with that Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, gives you the chance to enter into a new beginning with someone else or something else or in another situation. It's a brilliant, I love this reading. I love the fact that some of you, if it resonates with you, I love the fact, Libra, that some of you are kicking someone's ass to the curb and you're not taking any more shit from them, no matter what they do. And they will show their true colours. They will show their true colours, because rather than accepting your decision with grace, what they do is they turn into the absolute bitch again, which is why you ended it in the first place. Brilliant, brilliant reading. Keep on doing what you do, Libra. Kick that bastard to the curb if this reading resonates with you, because they'll just turn back into the same old fool that they were before, probably. All right, love you guys loads. Hope you enjoyed your readings. Speak soon.